Welcome, everybody, to another Some Kind of Monkeys podcast. How's everybody doing today? Dan, Matt, Sean.
Good to see you guys again.
Yeah.
It's been too long. Sorry for the delay, all you guys who are waiting impatiently
for fans that are anticipating episode 3.
Wait, I think we got 15 subscribers.
Yeah, 15. You're even high.
Isn't it? I thought it said 15 last time I checked.
I thought it said 5.
No, I swear it says 15.
So, I suppose we'd probably start out how we usually start out.
Yeah.
What are you drinking? I've got Blue Moon's Harvest Pumpkin Ale. Since fall is upon us, I've been trying to drink as many pumpkin beers as I can. This is alright. It's not really as good as we were talking about that.
Yeah.
Whole Hog Pumpkin Ale is really good. And the Southern Tier Pumpkin. But, again, it's beer, so it's not bad.
What I do like about pumpkin beers is there's no pumpkin in them. It's all like freaking like nutmeg and allspice and
Yeah.
there's just all that. So you can still enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm drinking Schlitz Tall Boy. Beautiful can here, see?
I'm also drinking the Blue Moon Pumpkin Ale, and I will disagree with Matt. I still haven't found a pumpkin beer I like, but I will choke it down.
Whatever happens, it's going to be on camera.
Maybe vomit on the table this evening.
No, please don't. Not in front of the Schlitz. We'll be embarrassed.
Let's see, what else? We go around, what's everyone playing?
Sure, I'm still playing Grand Theft Auto. I don't plan on playing anything new until I get my Xbox One.
Which is...
The 22nd.
22nd?
Unless you're one of those lucky people that got the early release today.
Yeah, as far as I know, there was one person that got an early release because of Target's fuck up.
Yeah.
Some guy, and he's been posting everything about the system, like downloads of games and everything.
What's funny is he got invited, I forget that guy's name, it's like Swami something, but he got invited to like the launch party of Xbox One.
Did he?
Like Microsoft
because they
invited him
fucked
to the
up, so they were like,
launch
"Oh, just invite him."
Well,
party.
yeah,
Yeah,
go,
like, he's been
so-
posting all this shit.
Yeah,
anyway,
he made their
like,
system look way better. I mean, everything that he said about it is nothing wrong. You know?
Yeah.
I heard some bad news about the system that basically there were problems with the shipping systems, that some of them may be damaged, but it was not confirmed by anybody. This was just a rumor that I heard. So,
What are you playing, Matt?
Well, I'm still playing GTA. I started online, so I'm like level 6 or something. And because I've got the PlayStation Plus, I download the free games all the time.
Okay.
They just put up Galaga Legions DX, which is, if you remember that Pac-Man, when they did like the deluxe Pac-Man Crazy Edition, it's like everything is on acid. That's kind of how this Galaga version is.
Okay.
And it's pretty fun too. It's cool. One of the skins for it is actually Pac-Man. So you're like Pac-Man shooting at like ghosts and like the guys from Dig Dug and stuff like that.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
I'm still playing Grand Theft Auto also. Started online, haven't done a whole lot. I think I'm maybe one level ahead of you. It might be level 7.
yeah, I'm way ahead of all you guys. But then again, there's like people that are level like hundreds out there, and I'm only level 33. So
Yeah. Maybe we'll get Kurt on here sometime too. He's probably level 50 or something.
54, 55 last time I saw.
I spent all my money already, so I'm back to being broke.
Yeah, I bought a cool luxury apartment.
Yeah, how much did you spend?
It was like 300 and something.
I bought the top tier one.
Yeah, you don't need
No,
that
not
stuff.
the most expensive one.
The top tier was 400 some thousand.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the 300,000. That's the one that has actually the better view, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a great view of like the observatory up on that mountain.
But I have a great view too of like the whole city and like the building that they're building next door. I still have the 10-car garage, and basically if you look at the inside of the houses, because I looked them up online before I did it, all the houses
Online and real online, or online in GTA?
No, online and real online. Someone actually did like walkthrough of like all the different tiers of the houses, and they all from 200,000 up look exactly identical.
Yeah, it's all same floor plan.
Yeah.
It's just different.
So
views.
so basically, I paid the 220,000 and got the same nice house, 5-car garage or 10-car garage. Bought a couple cars. Now I'm broke.
Yeah, I didn't get any cars yet.
Well, I bought a supercar, a muscle car, a motorcycle, and then I souped up the supercar and the muscle car, because every time you're online and you try to play a race, everybody turns custom on, so they can all bring their custom cars, and if you're using a standard car, they're just fucking far ahead of you. And then if they turn catch-up off, there's no way you'll ever come in first. No way.
Let's catch up.
Catch-up means that if like you're
speed
behind, your car will automatically be faster than the rest and catch up to the rest.
Oh.
It keeps
And the handling is exactly the same as if you're going at top speed no matter what. So like, you can still drive the same exact way, your car will just automatically catch up.
To make it more exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a better feature.
Obviously, I haven't done any races online except
Yeah.
for the first
First
intro one.
I've only come in first a couple times. Racing is totally, and especially when you do like motorcycle racing or something like that, it's totally bullshit. I can't.
Go driving first person.
Because you know you're like,
yeah.
oh, if only I could just click. Oh.
No, because like I was racing this one, and it's motorcycles. They were all racing motorcycles repeatedly, and they all had their fast motorcycles. But there's a spot where you go. It was called Under the Drain map, and you got to go across like this metal grate that goes over the water, and the people are just flying top speed over it, and you see them turn like midair and just keep driving. If I try that, my car just keeps going straight, or my bike keeps going straight, and I just fucking hit the wall and fall off and die. So then it respawns you at the last checkpoint. I do like the GTA races though. The ones where they give you weapons, or you can like get off your car and pick up a gun or whatever, and then shoot people because it's fun. So they shoot rockets out.
I was gonna say like, yeah, if you can get like an RPG.
Yeah, no, your car just like you drive over a big symbol.
Oh,
like
like
a
that
rocket.
one car you got in that mission. You had that car that could shoot
Yeah,
guns.
well, you shoot guns, but no. On the map, it's like Mario Kart. Instead of a box, there's a symbol, and that symbol is like a speed up symbol, like a lightning bolt, or a rocket symbol. And if you drive over the rocket symbol and you click the joystick in, it just shoots 2 rockets up.
Nice.
So you can basically just blow up the car in front of you.
It turns it into like Twisted Metal.
Kind of, or like Mario Kart, you know. It's fun.
No, serious about the driving in first person mode. I played like the second half of the game doing that, and my driving was phenomenally better than
Here's
driving
how it really
with
is,
the
though.
outside the
My driving is superb in the normal like mission modes, or like when you're driving on the streets. As soon as I get into a fucking race, I hit everything possible. I don't know what the difference is, but I cannot see it. Especially because like
It's probably the game cheating.
no, because it's also your racing.
Remember when you'd say that shit about Nintendo?
No, it was about PlayStation, and how could Sean grab me halfway across the goddamn map repeatedly? Tekken was like the biggest cheat game ever because like you'd be like 20 feet away and I'd punch him and he'd be like, no, it's a
it's just
grab.
counterattacking
Just grab.
him.
No, it was not. It was just a system sucking you in.
It
It's
wasn't,
like
only, it
Vortex
wasn't only
mode.
Tekken that cheated for me, though.
It was like
it was
like
every game that you ever lost to
no,
me.
it was like Vortex mode where no matter where you stood, I just sucked into you and you just grabbed me and flipped me. It was like that's holy bullshit.
Like Soul Calibur cheated for me too.
No, because I kicked ass at Soul Calibur.
Oh man.
I remember at one time we were playing, I was like the only person that day to beat Alex.
That's any day though.
I used to get like 20% against Alex.
Remember
Like
me,
20% of the time.
me, you, and Ben playing Race to 10, have to win by 3, and it's into like match 105. Fuck.
So what else is going on?
And 7 Day passed.
What's that?
For you people who don't play Mass Effect, N7 Day passed, which on N7 Day they showed you stuff for the new Mass Effect game, which looks pretty good. Like the character renderings they were doing, couple outworlds that they're showing you.
I'm guessing the N stands for November.
I don't know what N really means.
What day was it?
It was in November, but the N7 is actually like...
Was it 5 days ago?
No.
Yes.
No. I don't know when it was. But the N7 is like the logos on the
Oh,
shirt.
I
It
hope
could have
people
been...
comment the shit out of
It could have been
that.
like October or something like that. It was like I don't know when.
Was
It could have been
October
like even,
26th on 7 day?
No. But like their N7 is like their gear. Everything is N7 on it. The shirts, the logo, it says N7 on it. So I don't know. I've never really looked up what it meant, or they just call it N7 Day.
Hmm.
Which is maybe like a day they released the game or something. But they showed you stuff in the new game. New character,
What have you guys been watching?
little snippets.
What have I been watching? I watched Walking Dead
Yeah.
just yesterday.
I haven't
caught
seen
up on
anything
that.
yet.
And other than that, I'm not watching anything. We just had to put Tara down yesterday. The German Shepherd?
Oh, did you?
Yeah. That was
Sorry.
not fun.
Bonus, yeah.
And did you go?
Yeah. Mom called me at work. And,
Yeah. She couldn't go.
Well, no. I mean, me and Mom and Jack went. But,
Yeah,
they were
when
nuts.
they put
It's
when they put Raja down,
It's
I
like a
couldn't
little
go.
kid going
I
down
couldn't
there.
go.
Yeah. Well, the thing that sucks is you have to make the decision. You have to consciously make a decision. Like,
Yes.
and then we got to talking about, well, should people, like, why don't people have that same right? Which is kind of messed up. It's like, if you're sitting in the hospital all, full of
Yeah.
tubes keeping you alive,
So you
why?
get deep.
I
No,
know
that did come up. Was it this week or last week? Where the guy that was paralyzed from doing something, I don't know what he was doing, like some kind of sport or something like that, and he basically told them he does not want to live anymore, and it's his decision. He's coming up with it, but they're fighting it right now. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going
Well,
on.
and why? And that's the thing is, like, she was 9, a good spot at all. So it's like, might as well. Why suffer now? It's like,
Yeah.
make yourself feel better and spend all this money on extra tests when they tell you, well, you might get another month.
Yeah. Wouldn't have happened to Raj. I couldn't go. She was fine when I left for work in the morning. When I came home, she just couldn't walk in a straight line. She walked in circles. She couldn't walk downstairs.
Your mom took her?
Yeah, Dennis, my mom took her. Stepdad, and it was just like, at that point, yeah. It was sad.
I took Shadow when my folks were up north. They
Yeah.
found out she had that seizure. I had to like carry her to the fucking vet, like in my car into the vet. It was just,
Well, it was even just as bad when Seymour died, and I had to call Rebecca. She came over and helped put him in a box and stuff, and then I took him to the vet. It was just like, I didn't want to be there. I seen him there, and, I tried to wake him up, and he wouldn't move. It was sad.
Yeah. That's just not fun. So sorry about that. Let's talk about rainbows and
All right,
stuff.
what are you watching right now?
I'm watching, well, what did we just watch? We started watching that American Horror Coven.
Oh, is it good? I heard so
We've
many
watched
good
like
things about it.
2 or 3
It's
episodes.
good.
It's actually pretty good.
Patrick, one of our viewers, he was telling me that it's really
Yeah.
good.
We're getting into that, and then we always watch Once Upon a Time. Fucking great storyline. Like, I can't get over how good it is. Like, we were wondering, like, in the last
Is this
episode.
Neverland one now?
Yeah, now they're in Neverland. And we were wondering who they had locked up in the second cage, and Pan's, like, controlling people that are in the real world. Who cares? Nobody else watching this anyways. If you are, you watch
It's
it.
like, in 20 years, there's going to be someone who's never watched TV, and they're like,
oh, those
where are these guys? Oh my god.
No, like, these 2 guys showed up, and they were trying to stop them from getting this weapon, 2 of them on Neverland. And, like, I could tell what they looked like, and I was trying to figure out who they were and who they had locked up in another cage in Neverland. And they were Wendy's brothers all grown up, and Wendy's still young on Neverland Island, like, on trapped. It's getting really good. Like, Peter Pan is such an evil douche that it makes it so much better. Because, like, every time you see Peter Pan, he's such a great guy. He's just trying to save the kids and stuff like that. But no, he's completely evil.
I just finished up Dexter season 4. I'm way
just-
behind on everything.
Just stop
That's
watching Dexter.
you're like the 4th person that said it. They're like, yeah, season 4 great, season 5 don't bother.
I mean, it's still good. And I guess it adds
Just
to the
a
story a little bit. But
Downward
really,
spiral
well, John Lithgow is the perfect villain.
to end the series
In that
yes.
show.
Yes,
And it, yeah, I mean, probably one of the best seasons of television, I'd say, out there.
okay, I'm just revisiting the last season of Walking Dead, trying to find somewhere to stream, download, steal the current episodes.
It's not stealing. I actually there's an app on
Borrow.
there's an app on Amazon that you can do it on, because I watch stuff on my phone through that, which it had like all the new Games of Thrones stuff like that on there, which was like, and they post them like a week after, like that same night sometimes too, on certain shows.
And
I
then,
usually, since I don't have cable, I'll just pay the $2 per episode to watch it the next day right on Amazon streaming. It's an HD. It's good.
gonna be going to see Ender's Game this week. I'm pretty interested in that.
And I still never read that book.
Yeah,
haven't read it either.
out of everything I've heard about it, the movie's decent, but they say it just totally disrupts what the book really wanted to
As
say.
every movie ever made off
Right.
of the book
Yeah,
ever.
right.
No, because they cut so much out of it because you couldn't make everything they needed to.
Like every book, movie, and
Not
true.
really, because there's a lot of books that fall into a movie pattern really nice, but this one where you start off where he's 5 years old and he gets taken by the military, and then all of a sudden, like, the main story happens when he's 11, you have all that in between. They didn't show any of that. He went to the military when he's 11 in the movie, and goes, and the movie basically is 6 months long instead of being years and years. That's a whole struggle of him growing up off of Earth that you don't get to see.
Well, they're just trying to get as many tickets sold as they can. And that's the thing that's... People are always going to compare the book to the movie.
You're looking
It's-
It makes me want to read the book more than the movie.
It's so hard to... I mean, because of how people think, that's always going to happen. But it's two completely different things. That's like, well, I'm going to compare this painting to this song.
But you were
How
trying.
do you do it? It's two different things completely.
But you're trying to make that as good as the book, and parts that are little parts that you could have just put in there, like an internal monologue and stuff like that.
Well, you
They
didn't
just-
even read the book, so how are you even really have anything?
Because I read all this stuff about it online and stuff like that, and watched the spoiler casts and stuff. So I'm kind of caught up on the whole story.
Well, and that's like, when Lord of the Rings came out, and back when it came out, me and Stawn were like,
But they fit
they're
everything
making
in
Lord of
there.
the Rings. But
They cut a ton out.
they cut a ton out, and there's a lot of
stuff. But they cut a ton out that was not needed to still understand the story as well as the book.
And who's to say that's not the same with Ender's Game?
Because you do miss his struggle. That's what the whole story was about. And everybody that I've seen that writes anything about like the movie or like reviews says that the main thing they miss is his struggle. There was no struggle. He just knew what to do through the whole movie. But like when you even like the special edition when you watch it for Lord of the Rings, the little things that you missed, like the voice of Saruman, they put in the special edition. So basically, I got that anyways.
Yeah, but they still left out characters. Tom Bombadil, who's like 2 chapters of the book, in the opening of the book, they never encountered in the movies at all.
Yeah, but you really didn't need him. He was a character that was unneeded for the whole story.
Yes and no. I mean, he extends their... They don't know how long they're with him. That's like the first like magical encounter they have outside of the Shire.
Yeah, but you, like I said, you didn't need it. It was unneeded.
Well, but if it was unneeded, why was it written?
Because people write stuff as they're flowing and it comes to them. You don't really decide that I didn't need this, or unless you send it to somebody who's publishing your book and says, "Well, cut this out because you don't need it."
Well, everybody's got an editor.
But it's like, what was I watching? I was watching one of the new episodes of Big Bang Theory, and they were talking about Raiders of the Lost Ark or something like that. And basically, someone said to him that if you take Harrison Ford out of that movie, Indiana Jones, he doesn't matter to the story whatsoever, because the things in the movie would still progress the same exact way, with or without him. He's just there, and everything he does in the movie, you're like thinking, man, he didn't do anything, because basically the Nazis got the weapon, it kills them, and you're like, he wasn't needed through the whole movie.
Well, you're not going to sell a movie saying, "Come watch these Nazis kill themselves." I don't know, maybe you could.
Speaking of movies, you guys were both fans of Kentucky Fried Movie and Amazon Women on the Moon.
Yeah.
You guys both have Netflix?
Yeah.
Yes, I watched movie 42. It wasn't as good as either,
It's
but
not,
it's funny.
it's not as good
Yeah,
as 42 is.
It's funny because I saw that on there and I was like, oh, this, because I remember hearing about it. And you know how based on what you've watched and everything, Netflix rates your items for you? Kind of your suggest. Is it your suggested rating or is that the average
I
from
think that's the
fans?
average from fans. Where it's like, rate this title. It'll be like 2.
I don't rate anything.
Okay, because
I
for
rate
mine,
everything I watch.
I don't.
mine, for that movie, it was rated like, maybe 2.
It was funny, but it's not as good. Like, I liked how when you watch Amazon Women on the Moon and the other one, it basically has like a pattern to it. Like, I like the story of how it's in Kentucky Fried Movie, it's a TV channel going through its progression through the day. This one is like a guy trying to sell a movie, and he's got all these like ideas, and that's what they keep showing you. Some of them were funny, like the ball chin guy was fruit or ball neck, whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Anna
freaking
Faris, I want you to
hilarious.
poop on me.
Yeah, that was funny. There's some really gross parts.
We could almost do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be great at making a movie.
We put balls on Dan's chin.
No.
Here's
Put 'em on your chest.
something I have been watching. My mom actually, she said, "Hey, did you see this thing where Jimmy Kimmel tells the parents to tell the he tells his parents to tell their kids that they ate all their Halloween
Oh yeah,
candy?"
I seen one of those online.
Oh, that was hilarious. So then I'm looking on YouTube at all this other Jimmy Kimmel stuff comes up. They had Josh Groban singing Kanye West's tweets.
Yeah, I seen that one too.
Which is all I need to say. That was great. And then another thing where like he has the celebrities on there reading the mean tweets that other people post about
I saw
them.
that one, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that was fun.
I went and seen Thor. That was really good.
So I watched the first one yesterday, so I can see the second one.
Yeah, and you gotta stay past the credits because there's lead
I heard
up
there's
to
2 things at the end.
Well, there's just the one the one is actually still part of the movie. They don't run the credits,
Okay.
and then they run the credits, and then the next one is basically leading into Guardians of the Galaxy probably and the new Avengers, because it brings Thanos' character and the Gauntlet series
Okay.
to basically, if that's what they're gonna do, it's gonna be amazing because they're talking about stones and stuff like that, like how the Tesseract is
I'm
actually.
gonna just tag the spoilers.
This isn't even a spoiler because if you've read the comics, you know everything. Or even just go online and look. I'm sure how many people didn't know, because when I read stuff online about like the end of Avengers, everyone was like,
I didn't know.
"Who the hell is this purple guy? Is this like Hellboy? It's not even the same comic book You know, it's not even the same producer. How would you think that would be Hellboy?
Well, because there's some people that don't read comics or don't pay attention to them.
Well,
I pay attention, but I don't read them, so I don't know shit about.
Have you seen the preview for Hellboy? He's a giant red like devil. That guy was purple and had a gold mask like visor thing on. There's no way you could mistake him for Hellboy.
Well, you don't have to justify that to me. But what?
I said it was Superman.
You know, no. What other cool thing that they say, which I'm waiting for because I definitely want to see it. This isn't a spoiler. This is Kevin Smith came online and had an interview because he had just hung out with the director of the new Batman Superman movie, and said that he's seen Ben Affleck in the costume, and he is so impressed. He says that if you're a comic book fan, this is the costume you were waiting for them to make for every Batman movie.
As of right now, I'm putting Ben Affleck's Batman one step above George Clooney's Batman.
I don't care as long as the costume
Batman
looks cool. I'll be happy because that's the costume would be awesome if it went back.
It's
like
Ben
the
fucking
original.
Affleck. Like,
but he's going to be an older, darker Batman. He's not going to be like the young
he shouldn't
Batman.
be Batman. That's just
Well,
he was Daredevil. That's
we'll
enough.
see.
It was
Maybe
Yeah.
this is his redemption story. His whole life is following, the comic book arc.
Here's how I do look at Daredevil. For one, you took like 500,000 pound, whatever he's supposed to be, white guy, and made him black as the Kingpin, and that kind of ruined the story anyway. So at that point,
Did you say 500,000 pound?
like the Kingpin is like pure muscle, like 500 pounds or whatever.
Okay.
Have you ever seen like 500 or 1,000 pounds? I don't remember what he's supposed to be, but he's like pure like muscle and just like huge and like box shaped.
Yeah.
You could have did CGI or anything like a costume. Instead, you just made him a giant black guy.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Which it was okay, but I mean, it kind of just like already took me out of the storyline. And at that point, I couldn't get into Ben Affleck being him, even if he was good, because what's her name was good.
But he wasn't.
What's her name was really good as Elektra in it, though.
Yes, but Ben Affleck was not good.
I think if you had a better villain.
I have you guys to watch all those movies for me, so I don't have
Figure
to watch it.
Pearl Harbor in a tight costume.
I didn't see Pearl Harbor either.
Yeah, Pearl Harbor's bad. But you did see.
See, I skip all these movies.
Did you see the puppet movie where they make the Pearl Harbor sucks song?
Team America?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. That's all you need to know about Pearl Harbor.
When we were on vacation, we couldn't have even gone to Pearl Harbor.
That was like, look, there's Pearl Harbor. We can't go over there.
Why couldn't you go there?
Government shutdown.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Sucks. I went to Hawaii just to see Pearl Harbor, and they kicked me out.
Well, that's like, what was it? Those like honor flight people? Didn't they go somewhere and then...
They just stormed the barricades. They were like, no, we're just moving and we're going anyway.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
There was one of the guys at work, he went to one of those flights, and he took his daughter. She had to pay for like her own way there. But they went for like the day, this was before the government shut down. Like, he said it was one of the best things he's ever done in his life. Hearing it firsthand was really nice to see that.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be powerful.
Yeah.
To just be there, even though I'm...
And then you're with other vets that have that same experience and can look at stuff,
Yeah.
That's cool.
What was the topic of the evening?
Well, I was thinking...
Still talking about new stuff, because I want to talk about another thing.
Oh.
Did you hear that Miyamoto will not be working on the new Marios anymore?
I did not see that.
Yeah, new release that he says that he will not be doing that. He wants to focus on other things and new stuff. So
or wait, no, did I read that? I might have.
It was like new stuff. I don't know if he's trying to make new like sequels to games, because this will lead into what you want to talk about, or if he's just going to make a whole new franchise. Because he's still working on Zelda. I'm assuming he still has.
No, he hasn't worked on Zelda in a while.
But he still has authority over Zelda. Like, he looks at everything.
Authority over
That's basically what he did for Mario anyways. He had teams working on Mario. He never probably built anything or did anything. But I don't know if he still does that, if he has, like, ultimate veto. If he doesn't like it, just go start over. Just walk away. I am Miyamoto, start over.
You know it'll be good.
Well, did you see any of the new Mario? It looks actually pretty good.
The 3D one for the Wii?
Wii
I didn't
U?
look at it. Yeah, for the Wii U. Because they're stopping production on
They
the
did
Wii.
stop production already.
Yeah.
They stopped production in Japan and Europe, or whatever. They are still making Wiis in the US.
See, I thought they were stopping and they're going to have that Wii Mini.
Well, they have the Wii Mini, too. But the Wii Mini doesn't have any capabilities to get online, go on the store, or do anything else. It's just a gaming console.
Yeah.
So,
Nothing wrong with that.
well, I like to use my Nintendo, even though, for some reason, like the one in the front room, I can't get fucking Netflix on. Like, I'll be watching a movie, like 5 minutes later, it'll just stop and be like, rereading, and then stop, like, there, and it'll go, we're having trouble connecting to Netflix. Please try again later. It fucking does it for me all the time on that one.
Thank you, Xbox.
Yeah, I use the Nintendo one because it's plugged in.
Yeah. We use the Roku one.
I use my Xbox to play Xbox games. Is that weird?
It's weird if you ask all the marketers for Xbox One.
No. What else happened this week? Did you see the thing that PlayStation released? They re-released their... You had to, because you said you signed in and downloaded the game. Their new... You accepted their new agreement for the PlayStation?
Oh, yes.
Did you read any of it?
No.
Because of course... To a human centipede.
No.
Well, no, of course, because you're not going to read all this stuff, but it said... I know that for the PlayStation 4, there's a clause in their user agreement. Maybe it's the one that I just
It works. It's PS3 and PS4.
where, yeah, it's probably just a blanket PlayStation Network thing where any of your voice or text chat can be stored.
Anything you do now on there, it says that they can use any of your voice chats, your texts, your in-game play, anything you do can be used by them and or anybody that is part of their company. So any company that like makes games for them, anybody that does advertising through them or whatnot, they can use that. So basically, it's telling you the same exact... Yeah, it's basically telling you the same thing that Xbox did, and nobody's making a stink about it. Everyone's all quiet going, yeah, no, we're all right with that. Like a month later when Xbox, or earlier when Xbox did it, everyone's like, fuck you, I hate Xbox, I want a PS4.
Well, no, I think the difference is...
Xbox did it the wrong way? Probably, because they said everything.
And there's a difference between the Kinect, which is bundled and part of your console and
Yeah.
always on, versus the camera, which is a completely optional device. For
Yeah, it's optional, but it's also optional on the Xbox. I mean, it'll come bundled in there, but I don't even have to plug it in.
Honestly, I thought it was like part of, like integrated as part of the...
But it is very nice to use because I was watching, what's his name, use it online. Who's that stupid guy that does all like the Xbox videos on the Xbox channel?
That's us.
No, Major Nelson, right? You know who Major Nelson is, right?
Yeah.
So he was showing you how to do the new codes. Like, you don't ever have to put in the code anymore. You just scan it on the freaking camera, and it's like, boop, there's your points, there's your free download, whatever they're giving you. Like, that is such a cool thing.
That is pretty cool.
Because I fucking hated going through that thing going, especially because I didn't buy that stupid little keypad.
Yeah, so many times I wanted to buy the little text messaging pad because I'm like, oh, I could type way quicker. I'm like, that makes me lazy.
Yeah. But then you gotta go through it. It takes like 5 minutes to go T, go
and you're like, fuck, that was supposed to be a B, not a D.
Because then you're doing this and you're like, oh, but I could get up and get the headset. But that's over there. Because I could just say the message.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
but that's for,
too far
that's for the message I'm talking about, like for the activation codes for everything. Because you can activation with every game basically now. I'm just that lazy that I didn't even put the activation in for the goddamn blimp for Grand Theft Auto.
There's a blimp in Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a blimp, but the code that's in your
box.
box says you can hijack it if you get it or something like that. You can fly it.
Yeah, it lands near you.
By the dog park.
I know you can hijack it by landing on top of it. Like that. You can actually fly across it, I heard, and land on top of it.
I never saw it flying.
I've seen it flying in the game.
I don't know.
Last time I played, I jumped out of the plane like 8 times without a parachute. I was bored. Hey, I'm going to try to make as many gates as I can without a parachute.
Did you go? I went back, and I did go get my 70 gold medals.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm never going to worry about that.
And I went and I played the other 2 endings, like what I'm going to call the shitty endings.
Yeah, where you kill one or kill the other.
Yeah. They were stupid. It's like you meet up with them, like whoever it is, pick whichever other guy. No. Then it's like, you know, you're kind of talking to him like, hey, so
I would
about that.
Throw a sticky bomb at him.
You can't because it's like a cutscene, and then like they get in the car. Then you got to chase them to like an area, and then it's like kind of another thing happens after you just fight a little bit.
I don't understand how that's even realistic. Like I understand you want to have it.
You're talking about.
No.
I drove a Camaro across a mountain.
Here's what I'm really talking about.
20 times.
It's not even that. Here's what I'm talking about. So at that point, if you're Franklin, both of the other guys trust you. So at that point, if you would just, like, in the storyline, it would be basically like a mob whack. You just walk up behind him while he's, like, going into his house, and right before, like, you just walk behind him, shoot him in the back of the head. You wouldn't have to chase him anywhere.
Dude, Kiflon.
Kiflon was
Full
awesome.
gaming realistic.
No, Kiflon was cool. But I mean, like, no, it's not about... You didn't do Kiflon?
Oh, I didn't do anything with that.
That is fun.
You gotta
run around the desert for 5 miles with your gold medal on. They give you a gold medal. The best was I did the whole thing, ran around in the desert.
You guys joined a cult in a video game.
I ran around, I joined it twice.
It's like
I joined it twice.
I did. I keep trying to join it as my online character, and it keeps telling me that my soul's not worthy. So I don't know if you get to a certain level and finally let me in it and give me like the uniform.
I didn't even realize because I finally died in online.
Yeah,
and then you meet up with like Chris or whatever that guy.
Yeah,
is.
I think it's only the first time you die because I've never done it anymore. But when if you meet this one guy in the street as Franklin, you can talk to him and then take the test, and then if you give him a certain amount of money, they'll mail you a Kiflam shirt. It's got like a bunch of animals on it. And it's got like the symbol. I'm just wearing it as practice because it's cool.
Yeah, I got you.
Just like the zombie. Did anyone run into the zombie on the street?
No.
There's a random you know all those people on the street that are like kind of like the Freaks and Strangers, just the random events.
I just drive on the sidewalk, so no.
But okay,
like down in the Venice Beach area.
On the boardwalk down there, not the Venice Beach, but the pier. There's a guy that looks like Jesus, and you can actually talk to him, and it says Jesus, and he just starts rambling and stuff. He's pretty funny. But there's another one that's like an actor, and he's dressed up like a zombie, and you could talk to him, and he's like, I'm a zombie. He's just talking like stupid. Then as you're walking away, he gets a phone call, and he's yelling at his mother or something like that, because she's like, yeah, I'm doing the stupid zombie thing. It pays good money. So just yelling at her.
Did you save your site profile?
It's always on there. You can go back and see what it says.
Yeah,
because
I want to go and
three
post.
of them.
I want to put all three up on Facebook so we can compare. Like,
Pretty sure I was a psychopath or a maniac. So.
Yeah.
Mine didn't say all that. Mine said that I try to do the right thing.
Oh, mine
most
did
of the
not.
time, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way.
Oh yeah, did you ever go back and talk to the therapist? Like,
No,
one
I
last
didn't.
time?
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, because then he like tells you, "Oh yeah, I'm leaving town. I got a book deal and all this stuff." And it sucks because I like flipped my car when I was chasing him. So then he got away, and he's like, it counted as you let him get away. It's like, no, damn it, I just flipped my car.
I would have did what I did with the freaking killer after you get all the pieces of paper. He was like, you chase him in the front, he gets in the car, I just pull up my rocket launcher, I was like, just blew him up like instantly, and it was like, oh, I'm getting in my car. You died, thank you.
I did a whole lot of sticky bombing of vehicles. Where it's like, chase this
Yeah,
thing. It's like,
sticky
next to him. Hit the brakes and just watch him go. And then
I was playing an online game, and it was 2-on-2, and you only have one life in that version. It was like last man standing. And they killed the first guy, and I was waiting around the corner, and they were like slowly stalking up, and I could see like the red dot, because like if you don't stalk, you can see the red dot. Mm-hmm. And they're like just standing around the corner for me, so they know I'm there. I'm like, sticky bomb right against the wall. As soon as they one stepped, I was like, boom, boom, both up one shot. Like they both of them disliked that. They were like, dislike.
We got to get into taking a regular day and going and all playing online.
We definitely have to play online.
I don't think we've all been in a game.
And you guys have to go get monkey masks so we can be some kind of monkeys. It's pretty funny when I win.
Is it just at that same mask shop on the pier?
Yeah. So it's basically really cool when I win something. You know, if you've ever won anything or did that, it shows your character, and he does this little move, and it says your character name.
that's your move.
Yeah, he does this. You know, throws that. Why did you make the crew move up yours? He goes like this. That's the crew move.
Yeah, you can change it.
Oh, I didn't. I just wonder why you did that.
Yeah, that's the poo throw.
No, it could be, but basically, if you sit there long enough, because like when you're picking your stuff, you could just sit there and keep going like this all day. It's pretty funny because people do it,
Damn,
or like the salute.
Monkey for a character at this point.
Well, no, because my monkey's all cool. He's like a black.
Masturbates.
He's black pimp suit. He's got the green vest on because that's the vest I'm available to pick right now. The armor, and then a black shirt with a freaking white tie on, and then the monkey mask. When you're wearing a mask or a helmet or whatever, because there's so many different ones. Like, when you do something or you take the mask off, it just eliminates my hair. Like, my hair is just now gone, which sucks. I don't know how I ended up bald. Because, like, I tried to drink some whiskey at my house or whatever's on my table, you know, when you're in your apartment. You drink it, and then, like, it takes your mask off while you're doing it, and you're just bald underneath. I'm like, when did I fucking lose all my hair? So you have
like
to go back to the
programmer's
barbershop.
oversight.
Yeah, you'll probably have to go to the barbershop if I ever take my mask off, but we should all get masks and just do that.
Yeah, discuss our magical beverage change here.
Oh, yeah. During the break, we kind of ended up with some different beverages.
I'm drinking the Angry Orchard apple ginger hard cider.
I had that too.
And then I've got the Coronas Extra.
And what do I have
No
here?
lime.
I didn't even try it. Abita Satsuma Harvest Wit.
I'll bite that.
Bite it.
That's an orange beer.
All right,
It's really not
so
orangey. Yeah, that's what we all thought.
There you have it.
it's delicious.
He said multiple times he'll never say he had a bad beer on this camera. How is it?
Delicious.
good.
Deliciously
Good.
not
It's
delicious.
It's all right.
Would you like some hard cider while I wash it down?
No, I'll be fine.
So did
I guess.
anybody see the new stuff about Dead Rising 3?
Nope.
They were showing the game and the character and everything like that, and now how the world has no load times.
Nice.
So basically, if you go anywhere, there's no like loading to go to different sections. they took out the time mode. So basically, like, you're not sanctioned by, like, the first game was 24 hours and you had to do everything in a certain amount of time. So I don't know if that's going to affect how you have to save people, because if you didn't save people in a certain amount of time, they died.
Yeah, or they were gone, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know if they just come back at that time every day and you can go pick them up, like a Grand Theft Auto where the freak and stranger will show up every time that day.
Yeah.
Plus, you do not have to save anymore in a bathroom. You can save anywhere.
And I actually don't like that. I like the fact that you had a save point.
I think adding the constraints to the game made it a lot more tense. And you're like, well, shit, if I miss this guy, I can't get this guy, but if I get him, I have to be over here to get this girl, and whatever. You really have to think about it more, and it makes it more...
But that's why they also did the way that if you like the original, you can play in a certain mode, and then it's like that again. So I don't know how that really works. But it has the free roam mode now, like basically what it is, like sandbox style.
Are they going to be doing it for 360 also, or is it Xbox One exclusive?
I think it's Xbox One exclusive.
Yeah, and then like
only
in a year they'll bring it out for PS4.
Yeah.
Nope. Capcom will never bring that out for PS4.
Capcom also never was going to do a lot of things. And then they put all the Resident Evils on Nintendo and said, we're sticking with Nintendo.
Yeah, but there's difference in here. It's like what everybody said when they were doing Titanfall. Everyone's seen what was like talked about, and they're like, "Oh, don't worry, Titanfall will come to there." And like all of a sudden, you had to wait for their actual company to come out and say, "Nope, it's exclusive for life. This game will never come out to PS4."
Let's get to our topic.
Money, we could probably just save it. We don't,
I
know how much time we've got.
Fair enough.
Really.
I don't bring my list next time.
Keep this a little shorter and a little more concise.
Yeah.
I don't like sitting through 45 minutes.
I would not describe this conversation we had today as concise.
But I do like what we did today on how we talked about stuff that's coming out and stuff that we've been doing. That's really stuff that is what I would watch a podcast for. To learn stuff about new stuff that's coming out, anything that's available, new stories, just stuff that's out there that I wouldn't hear anywhere else besides stupid internet people like us.
So, hopefully this video is going to be up very shortly.
Yeah.
The next video, if all goes well, will be a PS4 unboxing. Thank you, Taco Bell. Let me mention Taco Bell one more time.
Let me not mention Taco Bell, because I tried for more days than he did, and I didn't get one.
Taco Bell. I entered the PlayStation Play the Future First. That was sponsored by Taco Bell. And I got a PS4 coming.
Did you look at the one for Mountain Dew and Doritos?
It's too much screwing around.
It is a lot of work, because I was looking at it and I was
doing who wants to make me work for a free thing?
Because you did work for it. You filled out how many goddamn postcards for the Taco Bell thing?
Yeah, 33.
But here's the thing: the one with Doritos one.
Took you in was 33.
No, it took him 8, but he filled out 33. For the Doritos one, is after you get all your Doritos points, like you can bank them, and you get more points if you do a Doritos and Mountain Dew at the same time, whatever, you bank them. You come back during 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, and you go bid on them at auctions. And this auction takes place where it says the average, and you get like 100 points for a small bag of Doritos, 200 for a full bag of Doritos.
I have 0 points.
The average...
Yeah, I have 0.
Yeah, I have like 500. But the average winning amount of points is 1,000 points. That's a lot of fucking Doritos and a lot of Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
There's no, unless I have like a team of people drinking.
Hey kid, want diabetes?
But the thing is, the amount of money you're paying for like a bag of Doritos or a Mountain Dew is more than you'd be paying for a system at that point for 40-some thousand points.
Yeah, people trash dig to pull UPCs and shit like that.
Yeah.
But there's like...
Let's say you work at a grocery store. Who's to say that kid's not just entering them all in his account, like the overnight stock?
Because the Doritos are not on the outside of the bag. It is a little code in the inside of the bag, which is like impossible to find. Because I threw like 3 bags away, not realizing it was in there. Because you can't even see the fucking thing. But it's...
Speaking of auctioning things off...
auctions closing in March?
Oh no, that's not what I was going to say. Apparently there was some PlayStation commercial on TV that had a lot of live action stuff. It was pretty cool. I haven't seen the commercial, but Sony is auctioning off the props from that commercial. But the way that you bid for them is with your gold trophies you've acquired from playing your games.
I have none because I barely play my PS.
But you don't lose the trophies. But I think that's a really cool concept.
Yeah.
Like in that, it would be cool if your achievement points would actually do something, but they kind of did apparently, because people who were getting free, like Microsoft handed out a bunch of free Xbox Ones to people
Yeah.
with like astronomical.
They were doing it for a
levels.
couple things, and I heard one was for your 10-year, one was for this. I have a 10-year. I haven't received any email from my Microsoft Xbox One.
Man.
Thanks, Microsoft. I've been with
Thanks,
you.
Taco Bell.
I've been with you forever, and I don't get a fucking Xbox. You passed me over for like 2 months for the first Xbox limited edition 10-year anniversary. I was like 2 months out of that one. I got a helmet,
Taco Bell.
just like my monkey.
I heard the best description of their Cool Ranch Dorito tacos and the fiery Dorito tacos. A friend of mine described them as they taste like sand and bad sand. Which
And on that note,
No, the other cool thing I want to say real quick
we
about
probably don't have a lot.
yeah, just a small thing about that the Doritos one.
Yeah, we should just stop.
They're the Doritos. I'm gonna slap Shiny. The Doritos one. They're doing 4 limited
Stop
edition
now.
Xboxes,
there's stuff.
and each one comes with like a special prop. Like the Dead Rising comes with an actual weapon, like recreated from the game, like the sledgehammer with the saw on the end.
Yeah.
And like the Rise comes with like a full chest plate, and then the Forza one comes with a racing.
Rise. Is that God of War?
No, it's Roman war instead, not Greek. But I don't know, right? God of War really isn't. I played it like once.
It was
Quick
not-
time events.
It was a character that kind of crossed the
Yeah,
Greek and
was
Roman.
a Greek Roman.
Yeah.
But it's
Depending on
the
which
Forza
version.
gives you a trip to like a racing event and a special like racing day, and then Xbox is doing a special like Xbox trip one, where they do like points or Xbox and other things. It's pretty cool, and they're only like a one-time event for each one of those 4. But then like every other one is like every 2 minutes one gets one or something like that. It's pretty
Cool. Winning stuff.
Yes.
Not my forte.
Yeah.
On that note,
On that note, so we should call it a night, huh?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
This is Matt.
Sean.
Man.
We're some kind of monkeys, and so are you.